What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Yordenis Ugas versus Mario Barrios, and this was a 12-rounder for the WBC Interim Welterweight World Championship. And this fight was Saturday, September 30th, from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this fight was broadcasted on Showtime pay-per-view. And in this fight, Mario Barrios put on the performance of his career as he dropped Yordenis Ugas twice and won a unanimous decision victory. I gotta be honest, my scorecard, I'm gonna be honest, I think it's kind of off on this one. I think I probably should have had it wider for Barrios. I thought Barrios 100% won, but I had it 114, 111 for Barrios. It probably should have been more of like a 116, 109 type fight. I might have to rewatch some of those middle rounds, which I gave to Ugas. But in the end, Mario Barrios 100% won this fight clearly. The judges had it much wider than I did. They had it 117, 108, and 118, 107 twice for Barrios. But I gotta admit, Barrios did have a very, very good performance. I was picking Ugas to win this fight. I know that this fight was a sleeper. I mean, the odds were in favor of Ugas, and a lot of people were thinking this was going to be a little dark horse upset on this card, and it was. And Mario Barrios defeated Ugas, and Ugas, that eye swelled up. He looked older, and yeah, Barrios got the job done, picked up an interim title at welterweight. So the first round I gave to Yordenis Ugas. He did very, very good, picking his shots with some decent straights. Ugas was doing very good, landing some good overhands in the second, but then in the last 10 seconds, Mario Barrios landed a big, stiff jab on Ugas that sent him down. So it was a 10-8 second round for Barrios. Then rounds 3 and 4, I gave them both to Yordenis Ugas. Round number 3, Ugas hurt Barrios a bit with a body shot and headshot combination. I believe it was more the body shot that hurt him a bit. And in the fourth round, Ugas was going with some good body shots. Round number 5, though, I thought was pretty close. I think you could have given that one to Barrios as well. But I gave it to Ugas. It was very, very close. Round number 6 and 7, I also thought were kind of swing rounds. Round number 6, I thought Barrios won clear. Round number 7, I edged to Ugas slightly, but I definitely could see it going in Barrios' favor. Like, for me, there was a lot of rounds that I would watch. Like, Barrios was going with a lot of jabs in this fight, and honestly, when I was watching throughout, I would see the eye-catching shots from Ugas, those big overhands in those middle rounds, and I was favoring that. But I guess I have to take a look at some of those rounds because almost everyone else, had all of those middle rounds for Barrios. But yeah, back to my scorecard. Round 6, Barrios was pushing Ugas back early. Did a fairly good job throughout as well. Round number 7, though, like I said, a very close round. I just thought Ugas had the heavier shots. Round 8 as well, I gave to Ugas. I definitely could see it giving it to Barrios. It was a very close round. He was throwing a lot of jabs, but they were at a bit slower pace than they were in rounds prior. Round number 9, 10, 11, and 12, though, I gave all those 4 rounds to Mario Barrios in this fight. Round number 9, rounds 9, 10, and 11, those were rounds where Barrios' momentum was gaining. The doctors kept checking on the eye of Ugas as it was swelling up throughout, and he just kept picking his shots better. And Mario Barrios looked very good. He was boxing in this fight a bit. He was making Ugas come forward. It was a completely different Barrios than we were used to seeing. Did very, very, very well in those later rounds specifically. Then in round number 12, he landed a beautiful left hook when Ugas was coming in trying to throw combinations. Dropped him. Beautiful shot that was from Mario Barrios. And then Ugas was just spitting his mouthpiece out because he was so hurt, and the referee deducted a point because he did it twice in a row. And then Ugas was sitting there in the center of the ring trying to scrap with Barrios, and he landed some good overhand rights, but then Mario Barrios came back, and it almost wobbled Ugas again in the last 10-15 seconds of the fight. So yeah, that brings to my scorecard 114, 111. But like I said, with some of those rounds that I gave to Mario Barrios in there, it could definitely be like a 116, 109 scorecard, something like that, in his favor. But yeah, this goes into question: what is next for Mario Barrios? He is now 28-2, now the WBC interim world champion. So what is next for him? welterweight's going to be very interesting. Apparently, I'm pretty sure that Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford are going to have their rematch. I think it's going to be at 154, and if it's at 154, we could see some of these titles go vacant, and we could possibly see Mario Barrios go straight from being the WBC interim champion to then challenging for a WBC world title. And you would ask, who could he fight next? He could possibly fight Cody Crowley next. Crowley is the #1 mandatory challenger in the WBC, and that's probably going to be his next fight. Considering Crowley is the #1 contender in the WBC, or it could be someone else along those lines in the WBC. But I would imagine that it is going to be Cody Crowley for his next fight. And when it comes to Yordenis Ugas, now going down to 27-6, I think he's gonna retire, man. I mean, he's 37 years old. This was a very big opportunity for him to come back, but his eye got messed up. He was getting broken down in the later rounds, and I think it's just he had a great career, but I think he's got to stop here. Much respect to him, though. So overall, Mario Barrios drops Yordenis Ugas twice to get a unanimous decision victory, to get the best victory of his career, winning the WBC interim welterweight title. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.